One, two, 1, 2, 3.
Me and Weezy coming back from the vet. Weezy had a skin breakout. So we had to carry her to the vet and get her a steroid shot. She's gonna be on the juice. It's a good thing she's not a football or a baseball or a basketball player because she'd fail. Weezy. What you looking at that window, girl? What you looking at that window? Y'all, this is probably one of the best dogs I've ever had. She is smart. Good gracious, she's smart. For a dog, I mean, she ain't gonna split the atom or anything, but... What's that? Doggone UPS truck buzzed her. Yeah, I can carry her anywhere I want her to go. She never needs a leash. Now, I may put a leash on her just for other people's, benefit or something, but I can control her. All I gotta do is tell her to hold right there, stop right there. She's never had any training. I've never, other than just what little training that I can give her, Excuse me. But she is one smart little dog. She got big dog attitude and a little dog body. She is, let me see, she's 9.5 years old, but she's always been that way. She's always been a good dog. Like I said, she's got some sort of little skin rash, or her skin gets crusty and makes blotches and stuff. Anyway, it's kind of hard to tell. It's not mange or anything. She never goes outside except to use the bathroom. But she's, not really what it is. Nobody's really sure what exactly it is or how to treat it. But anyway. She likes to, whenever I stop at an intersection or something like that, she likes to stick her head out the window. She don't like it too much going down the road. I guess the wind bothers her too much, but whenever I stop at an intersection, buddy, she's up there at the window looking at me, wanting me to roll the window down. She's a sweet dog. She's a good dog. Kind of hard to use the bathroom when they're just all staring at you like that. Hanging up in his Jen's bathroom. Yeah, it's a little freaky. It's an old graveyard. Old family graveyard. That stone read 1792 to 1883. We want to come back here for a long time. (1801) is that one. Wow. So that was kind of neat. I've been wanting to go up there to that cemetery for a long time, and I finally got the opportunity to. We didn't know exactly what it was, where it was. It was an old family cemetery. So it hadn't, the last person that was buried there was in 1949. So it'd been a while since anybody's been buried there. So we knew what kind of road it was, what kind of road it was on. We just wasn't exactly sure, because since the last time any of I went up there with my dad and my uncle. Since the last time they'd been there, they'd done cut, clear cut it. So nothing looked familiar once you got out there. Nothing looked familiar. And But it was we finally got my, let's see, it would be my dad's first cousin, so that make him what, my second cousin, I think. Let's see, did he? Yeah, it'd be my second cousin. My dad's first cousin, so it is. So I worked that out, and he knew where it was, and we had driven by it a couple of times on the way back there and on the way back, and we didn't know it, but he was able to come back there. We called him up, and he came back there and showed us exactly where it was at, and had a few good stories to go along with it too. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It had grown up, pretty much. But you know what? You would think is being as far back in the woods. Well, it wasn't. It was off the paved road for a while, but it was wood. It was woods all the way around it. And you would think that some of those, hardwoods or pine trees, dead pine trees, something would have fell over and, really messed something up. But it didn't. The tombstones were still in pretty good shape. You could read almost everything on almost all of them. The one that was buried in, let's see, he was born in 1792 and died in the 1880s. Like 1880 or something like that. You can still read, you can still read the tombstone, and the rest of them you can still read the tombstone. But it was in pretty good shape, and there wasn't what few little trees had fallen on it. It's got, of course, you saw the gate going around and the fence going around it. You could actually see that it didn't mess up any of the little trees that fell on it. It fell on the fence and broke, or the fence had broke or something like that, but it wasn't in horrible shape. It was to be as old as it is, it was in really good shape. So yeah. But yeah, it was in really good shape. I was surprised, and like I said, we were able to see everything on it. We had a good time. I had a good time. I'm sure my uncle and dad did too, because it had been many years since they had been back there. But it was enjoyable. I need to try to make another trip, and that once do a little bit more research to be able to tell. I wrote down everything I knew to write down, so maybe we'll be able to tell a little bit more next time we go up there.